as we continue with the creation of man, I want to ask the question, what does it mean to be that mankind is made in the image of God, or that God made us in his likeness? Let's ask that question of Scripture here, because in order to do that, we need to look at the original language of Genesis chapter 1. The word salem and the word demut, both of them, the word image and the word likeness is how they're translated. Both of them denote something that is similar to, but not identical with, that which it represents. In fact, the most common usage of these words is that of an idol. And one of the purposes of those words being used is in Genesis chapter 1, verses 26-27, when it says that God created man in his own image, and in the likeness of God he created them, male and female, he created them, and then goes on to describe man's role in having dominion over the earth. One of the ways that those terms were used in ancient times was that a king, when he would exercise authority over a territory, is that he would set up an image of himself in that territory, and people could come and pay their homage, pay their taxes at that image, and it meant that he owned that territory. And so, because man is made in his image, and we are to have dominion over the earth, that the conclusion there is that we are the idol of God. We are the image of God that's been set up in order for God to demonstrate his dominion through man of the earth. It does indicate a little bit that we also are like God in certain ways, and we can see that. We'll be looking at in the next video of ways that we are like God because we were made in his image. We do have an impression of him on us. Though in the fall, as mankind sinned, as we'll talk about later in this class, the image is distorted, but it is not lost. Man is not as fully like God as we were before the fall. Our moral purity has been lost, and we have a sinful character. We have a sin nature, and it does not reflect God's holiness. But even after the fall, passages like Genesis chapter 9, verse 6, and James chapter 3, verse 9, do indicate that we still possess the image of God. In fact, Genesis chapter 9, verse 6, referring to murder, why murder is wrong is because man is made in the image of God. As we look forward to Christ's redemption in the New Testament, we see that those who are saved, those who are redeemed, become more and more Christ-like. We become more and more like Christ, and in becoming more like Christ, we're becoming more like God and restoring the image of God in his likeness in us. We even use those terms, to become godly or Christ-like. Alaska Bible College's purpose statement, our mission statement, is to train believers to become servant leaders with Christ-like character. And so we're trying to redeem, or to restore the image of Christ, or the image of God in us and in others. At Christ's return, when we are resurrected, we will become completely Christ-like. 1 John chapter 3, verse 2, that we will be like him, for we will see him as he is. And so we will restore fully and completely God's image on us. Of course, that's just the redeemed. That's not the unbelievers. And in the next video, we're going to talk a little bit more about the specific aspects of how we are like God.